Sir, please permit me to crave your indulgence in granting me the provisions of Standing Order 38-6, if needs be. Sir, I stand with great humility and appreciation at this opportunity to make my contribution on Budget 2016. I am even more elated to be presenting from this side of the House, the side that will bring real change and development to our country, the side that will offer hope of a better and brighter Ghana, thereby bringing change that will have positive effects on the lives of all Guyanese, irrespective of their geographical location, their political or ethnic persuasion. Mr. Speaker, before I get into my actual presentation, permit me, sir, to offer profound congratulations to the Honorable Minister, Mr. Winston DeCosta Jordan, and his committed and dedicated staff at the Ministry of Finance for providing the people of Ghana with an erudite, well thought out and consultative budget. A budget that contains all the ingredients needed to propel us as a people and a nation to achieve our true developmental apex. It is my earnest hope that in this year of Ghana's Golden Jubilee, that members of the opposition, even though some doubts linger, will let good sense prevail and a collaborative and cohesive approach will be adopted to support the economic and social independence of this beautiful country. Yeah. Honorable members of this august body, Budget 2016, stimulating growth, restoring confidence, the good life beckons, lays the foundation for pride we as Guyanese people will be celebrating in this year of renaissance. Mr. Speaker, the transformation of a fresh approach has already begun, and this year's budget will continue the good work and lead the way forward in our country's developmental quest. Yeah. Mr. Speaker, no honest, fair, and true Guyanese will deny that Ghana, for the second time, has yet another budget that meets the expectations of countless Guyanese, be it the private sector, trade union bodies, and most importantly, the common hard-working and dedicated men and women out there. Mr. Speaker, kindly permit me to substantiate by citing several extracts from the print media. Mr. Speaker, Ghana Chronicle, January 31st, Mr. Clinton Williams, immediate past president of Ghana Manufacturing and Services Association, a man the PPP government bestowed tremendous confidence in, states, and I quote, "A people's budget. It is a pro-working class budget. It sets the stage for the good life the coalition government has promised the people of Guyana." End of quote. Kaichur News, February 4th edition. Private Sector Commission lauds government on this budget. This article went on to state, the PSC believes that Budget 2016 will generate growth. It is happy about the planned expenditure on infrastructure. In particular, the $2 billion that will be spent on hinterland airstrips that will improve connectivity with the hinterland, creating access to markets in the city and beyond. The PSC posits that the significant sums are allocated for education, health, public security, and agriculture, reveals the focus of government on what is needed for the country and for the good life of the Guyanese people. Starbrick News, February 4th, 16, caption, "Private sector believes budget will spark growth." And finally, Mr. Speaker, Ghana Chronicle, January 30th, reports the views of Ghana Trade Union Congress through its General Secretary, Mr. Lincoln Lewis, a man hailed as a voice of contemporary trade unionism in present-day Guyana, a harsh and constant critic of this government, said, Budget 2016 is the greatest victory for unions in Guyana. I repeat, the greatest victory for unions in Guyana. Words passionately put and profoundly felt. What greater truth can be unearthed from a staunch critic of government? Budget 2016 is good for the Guyanese people and for Guyana's development in all aspects. Mr. Speaker, I believe I have reached the place where I can conclude on my contributions, since Budget 2016 speaks for itself and the many positive feedbacks from prominent stakeholders that demonstrates the profound support to this notion. However, I am compelled to make a few more observations. Mr. Speaker, I sat in utter dismay and I experienced mixed feelings, genuinely mixed feelings, as I listened to the members of the opposition. Their contributions took my intellectual being and my spirit to an abject low. And had I been prone to the phenomenon of depression, I would have been depressed today, sir. But you see, Mr. Speaker, I am a product of the community of Linden, blessed with resilient people. And we are built with a certain mental buffer that rejects confounded statements, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it's as a result of utterances like this from members of the opposition. One is encouraged, one is compelled to make representation for all Guyanese and give the members of the opposition a feral verbal blast. Mr. Speaker, or in Guyanese vernacular, some good country boy language. But Mr. Speaker, out of great respect for you and good parliamentary decorum, I will pacify that need. Mr. Speaker, stimulating growth, restoring confidence, the good life beckons, was seriously thought out and compiled. It was after months of historical and meaningful consultations and discussions, coupled with empirical research, that this APNU-AFC coalition government coined this pro-working class budget. We trod the hills and the valleys. We walked the highs and the lows. We live among the poor and we dwell in the ghettos. Therefore, we know the needs of the Guyanese people. We know the needs of our countrymen and women, their goals and their aspirations. The Honorable Minister of Finance has taken on board the realities of our Guyanese people. Also with the promises made in our winning manifesto to fashion and bring to fruition a budget that reminds and assures us of our independence. Mr. Speaker, the people of Region 10 have begun to realize the good life and eagerly anticipate the stimulation of growth, the restoration of their confidence as a fresh approach has beckoned. The re-establishment of Linden Enterprise Network, commonly known as LEN, is a glaring example of stimulating growth and restoring confidence, referred to in Budget 2016. Mr. Speaker, with the allocation of $40.3 billion to the education sector, the residents of Region 10 look forward and welcome their boats, buses, bicycles, books, and breakfast. A true and real demonstration of a Because We Care program. Further, with the introduction of our school councils, school counselors, and social support for our future leaders, the good life certainly beckons. Mr. Speaker, I must add that the commissioning of the 2 school boards to the resident of Region 10 by His Excellency was most welcome and appreciated by the parents of school-aged children, particularly those in the riverine areas. This initiative has gained traction and has since motivated several businesses and individuals in the region to make similar contributions. Confidence, Mr. Speaker, is being restored. Mr. Speaker, it would be remiss of me if I didn't say how shocked I was when I learned of the cheap and bankrupt comment of stop greening and yellowing this country. This is profoundly regrettable, Mr. Speaker. especially when we boast of celebrating the year of our Renaissance, of our Golden Jubilee. To know that a person who occupies seats in governance in this country can be so myopic and partisan that our colors of nationhood are now despised. But the patriotic people of Region 10 and Linden love the colors green and yellow. They say, Mr. Speaker, it reminds them of Ghana Airways, defunct under the PPP, Gaisuko on life support under the PPP. In addition, we marvel at our sportsmen and women proudly on show in these symbolic national colors. We are hopeful, sir, that those who are unfamiliar with the symbolism it carries, or those who are ignorant of our country's history with those colors, will be reminded as the boats, buses, and bicycles transport our children across schools across this beautiful nation. Mr. Speaker, after 50 years of independence, it is the APNU AFC coalition government that has to provide this country with bold leadership, and according to the Honorable Minister of Finance, move away from being a second-hand economy. But when an honorable member, Mr. Speaker, can conjure the courage and the boldness to ask government to reconsider the ban on used tires, it begs the question, how seriously concerned is the honorable member, for the safety of the Guyanese people and its environment? Mr. Speaker, I will not stand here and deny the arguments put forth. Certainly not. To some, they were good, but arguably, good is always the enemy of what is best. Mr. Speaker, when one speaks about the cost for a new tire, I question what value is placed on the lives of precious people who are being transported in those vehicles. Mr. Speaker, aren't the lives of those people worth investing in new tires? Mr. Speaker, used tires pose enormous risks to the environment. And sir, when one would have believed, besides any other, that an honorable member once crowned champion of the earth would have been pleased.
Honorable member, you have 3 minutes more.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Speaker, sorry. I move that the honorable member be given 5 minutes in addition to his time allotted.
Thank you.
I thank the honorable member. Honorable member, you will speak for 20 minutes. A total of 20 minutes.
Thank you, Mr.
Please
Speaker.
continue.
But when an honorable member, once crowned champion of the earth, would have placed the safety of the Guyanese people first. But surprisingly, Mr. Speaker, and regrettably so, sir, he chose to score cheap political points. What a shame. What a shame. Mr. Speaker, in the haste to deliberately hoodwink the Guyanese pensioners, they have left themselves exposed. Mr. Speaker, in the haste to deliberately hoodwink the Guyanese people, the Guyanese pensioners, they have left themselves exposed, since never in 23 years in office, the pensioners received 38.7% increase, whilst our fresh approach has seen this astronomical increase occur in a mere 8 months of us being in office. It must be noted, sir, that no subsidies were ever taken from our senior citizens, but those increases were given to all our Guyanese citizens, senior citizens, including those who were denied this benefit under the PPP administration. Mr. Speaker, when it comes to matters and issues of senior citizens, I usually engage my 85-year-old grandfather. He said, old people were treated like the forgotten people under the PPP. 2 increases, Mr. Speaker. 2 increases in less than 12 months is reasonable, especially when you factor in the economic realities of Guyana as is, when all the major export commodities, rice,
Honourable
sugar,
Member, you have 2 minutes remaining.
Thank you, sir. Gold, bauxite, and timber are all suffering from economic shocks and low world prices. He told me he now feels his contributions to Guyana are now being appreciated and respected. Confidence, Mr. Speaker, being restored. Mr. Speaker, the people of the mining communities welcome Budget 2016 as the concessions allocated for small miners and loggers will only breed hope and relieve them of the difficulties they once faced. Sir, Region 10 is experiencing a renaissance, a resurgence of hope under this fresh approach to governance. The illumination along the Barnum Drive and Winifred Gaskin Highway for the first time has literally provided our deliverance from darkness, hence restoring hope that the good life has beckoned. Mr. Speaker, many of the deplorable internal and external roads have been identified for major rehabilitation. Additionally, the major access roads to several communities across our township have been fixed. The fixing of these roads have brought great joy and deep comfort to the people who suffered dreadfully to get in and out of their respective communities. Mr. Speaker, I would like to take this opportunity to invite members of the private sector, Georgetown Chamber of Commerce, and even people in the diaspora to come and rediscover, invest in Region 10. Our warm and hospitable residents welcome you under this fresh approach. In conclusion, Mr. Speaker, I once again would like to commend the Honorable Minister of Finance, Mr. Jordan, for providing the people of Guyana with 2 budgets in less than 6 months. That by itself is laudable, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I would caution my colleagues on the other side of the House that in their haste to embarrass us, they will only humiliate themselves. Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, let me say, and let it be recorded in the Hansard, that we who support Budget 2016 were mavericks, we were visionaries, we were pioneers in chartering a new developmental path for Guyana's development. To my fellow Guyanese, as we embark on a new beginning, let us endeavor to achieve the true sense of our motto as one people in this nation with a destiny of oneness, as we propose to ensure in our new deliberations under the APNU-AFC government that social cohesion would be the benchmark in uniting all of us as Guyanese, and the labels of Indo and Afro-Guyanese will be no longer ascribed to us, for we all must be looked at as Guyanese as is. Thank you very much.